What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey, and today we are going to talk about the reaction to last night's matchup between the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics. All right, so the line was closed at Boston minus 6.5. Over-under was set at 214.5. The final score for the game was Celtics 105, Mavericks 98. All right, so let's take a look at what exactly transpired in this game and how we got to this point, right? So in the first quarter, Dallas came out. They won the first quarter 28-25. All right, came out, punched them in the mouth like they were supposed to do. All right, but at the end of the day, in the second quarter, it went the inverse. All right, Boston scored 29, Dallas scored 28. Boston covered the 2.5 if you got them with 2.5. All right, at the half. Then you go third quarter. Boston outscores them in the third quarter, 29-23. And in the fourth quarter, Dallas does outscore Boston 24-22, but it don't matter because it's 105-98 as a final score, guys. Okay, this happened because Luka, he came out, he scored 32 points, shot 12 of 21 from the field, 4 of 8 from the free throw line. But Jrue Holiday came out and scored 26 points, 11 of 14 from the field, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line, guys. All right, that's a problem. All right, and that's a major problem. Okay, because when you look at the rest of the team and how the rest of the team came out, okay, as far as Boston's concerned, Boston had 4 players in their starting lineup in double digits. Tatum, 18 points, 6 of 22 from shooting, so that was a horrible shooting night. 1 of 7 from 3, that makes it even more horrible, but he was 5 for 6 from the free throw line. He finished with a total of 9 rebounds and 12 assists, 1 steal, and 2 personal fouls with only 3 turnovers. He had a +6, plus minus, on the game. Then when you look at Derek White, 6 of 15, very efficient. 4 of 10 from 3, very efficient. 2 for 2 from the free throw line, very efficient. Finished with the same amount of points, 18 points. And Jrue Holiday, who I started off with in the very beginning, 11 for 14 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 2 for 2 from the from the free throw line. He had a total of 11 rebounds, all right, and 3 assists with 1 steal and 1 block. Only 3 personal fouls, a +6 plus minus, guys. That's the type of stats and type of effort you have to put forward in order to win a game. Now, yeah, Jason Tatum shooting 6 of 22, that's not what you want to see. Okay, he does need to tighten up on that. For real, he does need to tighten up on that if he wants to be even looked upon as the Finals MVP. Okay, because when you got somebody like Jaylen Brown coming out, shooting 8 of 15. He was 1 of 5 from 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He had a total of 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 6 turnovers. Now, the turnovers are really going to help him or hurt him when you're talking about Finals MVP. But at the end of the day, he had 21 points, guys. So, and that's what they look at. Now, he did have a -3 plus minus, which kind of puts it up in the air on who's going to be the Finals MVP of this. All right, and then when you look at Porzingis, he came out, scored 12 points. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. He did cover that over 3.5 points in the first quarter, and he shot 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Finished with 4 rebounds and 1 assist with 2 blocks, guys. But when you look up at Dallas, man, this is the problem. Okay, Dallas had all 5 of their starters in double digits, but nobody in double digits off the bench. Okay, Kyrie, he had 16 points. He shot 7 of 18 from the field in 41 minutes, 0 for 3 from 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 boards and 6 assists. All right, with 2 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. You can't have that. And Luka, 12 of 21, very efficient. 4 of 9 from 3, very efficient. 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Has to tighten up on that. That honestly could have cost him the game. A total of 11 rebounds, all defensive. All right, 11 assists. So we finished with a triple-double, 4 steals. Luka came out and did what he had to do, but he also had 8 turnovers, guys. And those 8 turnovers really can come back to bite you when you're trying to win a game, even if you score 32 points. All right? Like, that's just how it works in the NBA, especially in the NBA Finals, man. Okay, so let's take a look at something else real quick. All right, so when you look at the team stats, right? Team stats in this game, all right, I already told you Luka had what he had on points, rebounds, and assists, but the team only shot 38 for 80 for 47.5%, which is good, better than what Boston did. They shot 38 for 84, but the discrepancy comes in at the 3-point line. Even though Boston had a horrible night, shot 25.6% from the 3-point line, Dallas came out and shot 23.6%. Like, you can't have a horrible shooting night when they have a horrible shooting night from 3 and expect to actually win a game. Okay, for the free throw line, Boston shot 19 of 20. Dallas, 16 of 24. All right? Like, does that come from you not putting enough pressure on the defense and getting to the free throw line? Or is it just the individuals that were shooting the free throws? You know? Rebounds. Dallas won the rebounding battle, 43 to 41. Can't be mad at that. They actually had some assists this game, 21 assists versus the 29 assists. But the problem is, Boston had 10 steals to Dallas's 5. Okay, Boston had 5 blocks to Dallas's 3. And then total turnovers, like I said, Boston only turned it over 11 times. Dallas turned it over 15 times, guys. They conceded 21 points off of turnovers, whereas Boston only 12 points off of turnovers. Boston had 15 points on the fast break versus Dallas's 7 points on the fast break. Now, Dallas did get them in points in the paint, but then once again, that comes back to your 3-point shooting. If you shot 23.1% from 3 and they shot 25.6, maybe if you made a couple more than threes, or maybe if you made a couple more than free throws, shooting 16 to 24 from the free throw line versus their 19 to 20, you might have actually won the game or, covered that 6.5. Me personally, I purchased some points like I told y'all I was going to do. So I covered on that. I had the under 214.5. I covered on that. I had Tatum with a double-double. I covered on that. I covered on a few other things, but I had them mixed into other parlays. And I did also hit a couple one picks. But at the end of the day, these are the types of things that you got to pay attention to. You got to understand why these teams are losing, man. Boston had a 14-point lead at one point. Largest lead Dallas ever had was 7. So Boston doubled their lead at any point in the game. Like, that is a serious problem, man. And if I do not see, Dallas come out and figure out what they need to do in these matchups and how they need to play the game in a manner that they will get the proper switch-offs so that they can capitalize on the situation. Now, they really capitalized when Porzingis kind of got banged up at the end of the game, and he was having to sit out a little bit more this and that third. They need to take advantage of that in Dallas. Like, that's the only way that Dallas stands a chance to even win one game in this series. And I picked this series to go 6 games. Okay, I said 6. However, Face, he said that Boston was gonna sweep him. Okay, I said at minimum 5-4-1. Okay, and man, look, at the end of the day, when you're looking at what these teams have done against each other in the last 5 games, all right, and I'm just gonna call it like this. Drew Holiday averages 16.6 points per game, 7 boards, and 5.4 assists in the last 5 games versus the Mavericks. Kristaps Porzingis, in the last 5 games versus the Mavericks, he averaged 22 points a game, 7.4 rebounds, 1.6 assists in the last 5 games. And when you look at shoot 3-point percentage, he shoots 55% from 3 in the last 4. So, like, there's certain things you know that you got to stop if you're Dallas. And honestly, I don't see how they're going to stop it. Okay, I don't. I just don't. This could really turn out to be a sweep, guys. And then when you look at Luka, okay, so Luka in his last 5 against Boston, he averages 31 points, 12 boards, and 7.8 assists in the last 5. Like, Luka, you can't ask for more from him besides figuring out a better way to motivate everybody around him and keep them involved in the game. But I don't think he has a chance in this because he doesn't have anyone with him. All right, and the reason I say that is because you got a dude by the name of Kyrie who's 0-12 in his last 12 matchups against Boston. It don't matter where they play. All right, he's only averaging 18 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 3.4 assists. And if you just look at these last 2 games or 3 games, he scored 19 back on March 1st. He scored 12 and then 16. All right, he's had 4 rebounds, 3 rebounds, then 2 rebounds. He's had 2 assists, and last night he finally got 6 assists. 0 steals in 2 of the games in the last 3 times they played. You know he ain't blocking nothing. He's turning the ball over 2 times last game, 3 times the game before that. All right, he's not making field goals. His field goal percentage has been in the last 3, 39.1%. That was on March 1st, 31.6%, and 38.6%. 3-pointers, he has made in this season, okay, he has made 4 3-pointers total in playing this team 4 times this year. All right, like, if you see it, you see it, man. You know, I can't help but call it. He is a -3 last game, -19 in game 1, -15 back on the first, and finally got back to 0 on 1/22/2024. But if you go back all the way to the 5th game that he's played, he was a -31 in that game. Okay, on 2/1/2023 when he was playing for Brooklyn. So, like, man, look, the only thing that can save Dallas Mavericks right now or give them opportunity is if Porzingis turns out to be hurt, guys. And that hampers him. That gives them an opportunity to steal one in Dallas, and that's a steal one at your home court. All right? But I don't know how much more they can do beyond that. And that's because they just don't have the team, man. Boston has 6 players, maybe 7, who could start on every team in the NBA. Like, figure out a way to start those guys on every single team in the NBA. You can work them in the roster. Just because they're all two-way players. Boston Celtics have made a decision, a conscious decision, that after they got rid of Kyrie, everybody's got to be a two-way player. After they got rid of Marcus Smart, and I'm sorry for Marcus Smart being the reason that was holding them back, but he was. And I called it way back then. I told y'all last year that Marcus Smart was what held back Boston. And now it's proof in the pudding, man. No shade on Marcus Smart. He's a good player. But they needed somebody two-way. Every single player on the Boston Celtics that plays a significant amount of minutes is a two-way player. They play offense, they play defense. And that's what you got to do. And my question to y'all is, if Boston goes out and 4-1, okay, they win this 4-1, or they sweep Dallas right now, right? Okay, then if that happens, are we looking at an opportunity for Dallas to never have an opportunity to win in our final? And in the inverse, Boston being a team that's on its way to, I'm not saying they finna like win multiple titles in a row and all that stuff there, but they gonna be right there, man. Okay, because they ain't got nobody in the East who really can see them. And just because of the fact they have so many players that are good players, we are witnessing, because of this second apron thing and all that there, GMs, and shout out to Brad Stevens for being a good GM on this one, but putting together a team where every player is a good player. Not saying everybody on Boston is a good player, but we got 7 players on Boston that are good players. 6 of them can start on any team. Any team. Because you can move players around in a positionless basketball. And to me, this could be a wrap. Like I said, 4-1, 4-0, going 6. I mean, I told you. That's what I said in the beginning. That's what my homeboy Faye's been saying. He said sweep. And Dallas got to come out here and show somebody something. We'll find out how I feel about that in the next video, of course, when I record my preview and this and that and the third, man. But, like, this is what I'm seeing right now. This is my reaction to that specific game 2 between Boston and the Dallas Mavericks. And my reaction is this: if Kyrie don't start doing something, man, Kyrie and Luka scored a total of 48 points in the last game. But then when you look at Derek White and Drew Holiday, they scored 44 points. How is that even possible? How are you going to win if you got Derek White and Drew Holiday only scoring 4 points less in total than Kyrie and Luka? Like that, Boston still got Tatum. They still got Porzingis. They still got Brown, who, per Jason Kidd and Drew Holiday, is the best player on the team. Now, he ain't like, I'm not going to say which one is the best player as far as my perspective. I like Jaylen Brown. I think he a dog. And I think that's why he's going to win the Finals MVP. Okay? But at the end of the day, I can't sit here and tell you that Jason Tatum doesn't have the ability. He is just not that dude when it comes to things like that. All right? And just to give you, damn, guys. So, NBA Finals right now, Celtics are minus 1,000 to win the NBA Finals. There are no other futures available because it's where it is. The next game is set at, let's go right here. Lines aren't even out yet. But I can tell you this. Currently, it's Boston plus 1.5, Dallas minus 1.5, over under set at 213 right now. That's right now, as of 6/10/2024 at noon. You know, it hasn't come out on Hard Rock. You can't bet it yet, but that's what you're looking at when you're looking at where the line's at right now, man. All right, but I hope y'all enjoyed this reaction. I'm definitely going to start giving you guys a lot more content. I have a few things lined up as far as our transition from the end of the NBA going into preparation for the NFL, speaking on some WNBA, giving you guys some updates and some pictures about what, well, not pictures, but my perspective on where these teams are headed as far as NFL is concerned. And I'll definitely be talking some basketball, some boxing, and maybe some baseball every now and again. But I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. Hope y'all got some information that's hopefully gonna open your eyes a little bit, man. We got some dudes who I really respect right now, okay, who do what I do on Facebook, on YouTube, and they go out there and they put themselves out there as far as their allegiances and where they're at. And I just hate to see people donate money, okay? Don't donate money, man. I'm a Laker fan, and I told y'all, when the Lakers were going to lose, I told y'all Lakers were going to lose. And I hope you respect that. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe, man. I'm going to see you at the window. I'm going to holler at you. Oh, and yes, in closing, yeah, Face has called this as a sweep. He wanted me to let y'all know. He's calling this a sweep. He's calling this 4-1. One way or another. Y'all take it how you want to. I'm going to get him back on. But he just wanted me to relay that to y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe, man. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.